So ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to Digii100 Summit 25. Welcoming our guest of honor, Professor Tariq Ali, Pro Vice Chancellor for Global Engagement and Partnerships, University of Liverpool. And let's put our hands together to welcome Sir for his address.
Good morning, everyone, and what a true honor for me to be on such a distinguished panel. And my thanks for the kind invitation to Hemant to come and speak here today to you. I'm going to start with an obvious and true statement. The world needs higher education like never before. We have some existential crisis facing us, not least of pressing environmental concerns and the very real threat of antimicrobial resistance with its potentially devastating consequences for our ability to treat relatively common infections. The universities are absolutely fundamental to tackling these issues, both in terms of our researchers pushing at the frontiers of human knowledge and in educating our workforce of the future. Highly skilled, highly intelligent graduates, our future leaders, our change makers. There are those who might question the future of higher education in the face of the potential offered by AI. Who needs experts or highly skilled graduates when AI will fulfill so many roles in a decade's time, they say. But to them, I'd say that artificial intelligence urgently increases the need for human intelligence rather than diminishing it. AI can help us to answer all manners of challenges we are facing. It can do the legwork, it can iterate, it can generate even. But it is up to us humans to leverage its capabilities, to apply the critical thinking, the creativity, the contextualization necessary to produce the answers we so desperately need. And of course, this work is already well underway. At Liverpool, we have leading experts in a range of fields using AI to revolutionize our outputs, and importantly, those too of industry. For example, we have an excellent reputation for applying our advanced digital and computational modeling capabilities to design net zero materials. Indeed, our Department of Chemistry has been awarded the prestigious Queen's Anniversary Prize, the highest honour in UK higher education, for its work in this and other areas. And I thought I'd give you an example. Our researchers have built an intelligent mobile robot scientist that can carry out experiments by itself. Whilst it has humanoid dimensions and works in a standard laboratory, using instruments much like human researchers do, unlike a human, it has infinite patience, can think in 10 dimensions, and works for 21.5 hours a day, pausing only to recharge its batteries. This first-of-its-kind robot scientist makes its own decisions about which chemistry experiments to perform next, and through this process has already discovered a new catalyst. In fact, it did the work of a full PhD student up to dissertation level in 1 week. So this opens exciting avenues for exploration. These robots have the potential to find materials for clean energy production or new drug formulations by searching vast, unexplored chemical spaces. But to make the best use of this valuable resource requires considerable, careful, intelligent planning and, of course, input from humans. We have exciting plans to build on this work with the new £100 million AI Materials Hub for Innovation, or AIM High, which will be a flagship national facility dedicated to accelerating the application of AI in materials chemistry. And I hope that through the conversations we have today and throughout the time that we come live, there will be many opportunities for collaborations between Indian researchers, Indian companies, with our AIM High initiative. So AIM High, of course, will drive innovation not only in research terms, but with industrial researchers. And as we've heard, bridging that important translational gap between academic research and industry implementation. Taking one more example, we have a long track record stretching back to the 1980s. In fact, 83 is when I first went to university. It's about conducting research on AI and law, not an area that I would have thought of immediately when you think about AI. Indeed, we are quite renowned for this work, and my colleagues' current key research areas cover everything from developing explainable AI methods for modeling reasoning and legal cases, to natural language processing for analyzing legal documents, to extract legal terms used in our models, and implementing decision support tools for processing legal cases. And we are translating this academic work into real-world impact, collaborating with external partners, for example, to build a digital legal assistant for triaging medical negligence cases. And this tool is in daily use and has had a demonstrable impact on the company's operations and development. We're piloting applications of our research in 4 domains of casework. For example, interacting with the European Court of Human Rights to evaluate tools developed for bringing efficiency in the processing of legal cases. So no wonder then that the team's lead, Professor Katie Atkinson, is in such great demand. She is co-editor-in-chief of the journal Artificial Intelligence and Law, and I'm delighted to say, and this is not public yet, but the first time a co-editor of that will be an Indian academic as well. And very pleased with that. And she is the president and foundation for Legal Knowledge-Based Systems, Jurex, and one of the members of the AI Advisory Board for the European Commission for the Efficiency of Justice, and an advisor to the UK government's independent review this year of the criminal court system. So AI is coming into all these domains in a very rapid way. So proof, actually, if it was needed, that experts, in addition to technology, are still very much in demand. There are, of course, many other examples, both in Liverpool and in India, of the power of AI being integrated into research. But the benefits and indeed the risks associated with AI don't end there. As universities, AI impacts every part of our work, our teaching, our assessment, the skills we develop in our students, the careers we prepare them for, our workforce development, our management, and our operations. And as HEIs, we need to work together to ensure we maximize the potential this disruptive technology offers us, whilst also carefully navigating the many challenges it presents. Now, you may know Liverpool is a founding member of the prestigious Russell Group, which represents 24 research-intensive universities in the UK. And together, the Russell Group has come together and signed up to principles on the use of generative AI tools in education. And this sets out a shared UK view and a desire to ensure that generative AI tools can be used for the benefit of students and staff, enhancing teaching practices and student learning experiences, ensuring students develop skills for the future within an ethical framework, and enabling educators to benefit from efficiencies to develop innovative methods of teaching. Now, beneath this overarching aim sits 5 core principles. And again, this has been adopted across 24 Russell Group universities in the UK. So 1, to support students and staff to become AI literate, to equip staff to support students to use generative AI tools effectively and appropriately in their learning experience, to adapt teaching and assessment to incorporate the ethical use of generative AI and support equal access, to ensure academic rigor and integrity is upheld, and to work collaboratively to share best practice as the technology and its applications in education evolves. So what does this mean in practice? Well, at Liverpool, we are currently reviewing our curricula across the whole board of everything. We are embedding critical, ethical AI literacy so that all students engage confidently with AI in their learning and assessment, enabling them to become responsible learners, career ready and agile thinkers. We are working hard to ensure that our students understand the value of human creativity, originality, and judgment, alongside AI-enabled learning, and empowering them to make informed choices about when and how to use AI within a clear and consistent guidance framework. And we are establishing regular feedback mechanisms, ensuring that the student voice informs our ongoing development. So to ensure we continue to meet the skills required by employers in this rapidly evolving landscape, we are continuing to build partnerships and industry networks to inform our curricula and training programs. And we are enabling internship opportunities for students to use these invaluable skills in live projects. Now, when it comes to our staff, and of course, with all cohorts, you will have early adopters, you will have people who will never wish to ever use this technology. we're developing training and support. We're developing a coherent framework and a targeted professional development program offering regular training to help teaching staff effectively integrate AI responsibly and ethically into curricula. We are also promoting communities of practice and an online resource hub that shares innovation, critical reflection, and evidence-based approaches to AI in education. And we are looking to establish a dedicated fund to support AI in education pilot projects. Of course, the use of AI is accompanied by a range of risks and issues, from privacy concerns to data protection, bias, inaccuracies, and misrepresentation, ethical considerations, and plagiarism. These have also been part of our thinking at Liverpool. Our vision is to provide a secure, scalable, and sustainable AI infrastructure that empowers innovation and ensures equitable access for students and staff, while aligning with the university's ethical, academic, and environmental principles. As part of this work, we've been defining university-wide policies and guidelines on acceptable AI use that focus on and address academic misconduct and integrity for staff and students to assure consistent ethical standards. And we are establishing clear governance structures for secure access to AI tools to ensure data privacy and safeguarding sensitive information. This work continues apace. And to be honest, if I was giving this talk in 6 months' time, I'm sure I'd be citing new ways in which our education environment has been evolving in that time. We will, of course, be transplanting all this learning to our new Bangalore campus, which is set to open in September 2026. There will be local variations too, and as part of my current trip this time round, I've been engaging with a range of business leaders to understand their skills needs, so that this can be carefully considered and embedded in our offer to students. So before I close, I'd like to say a few words about our fantastic new campus, which I'm very proud of. We'll be breaking ground, as you've heard, on Monday, symbolically breaking ground. The University of Liverpool, Bangalore has, of course, been made possible by Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi and the Indian government's visionary national education policy, which sets out the ambition to significantly increase enrollment in higher education over the coming years, turning India into what I believe will be the world's largest higher education system. Our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Tim Jones, had the honour of meeting Prime Minister Modi as part of UK Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer's recent trade visit to Mumbai. And this was an important opportunity to hear from Prime Minister Modi himself about his plans in India for higher education, and importantly, the role he sees international branch campuses playing in meeting the growing demand here. And we are excited to have been permitted this opportunity to play a role in this. So, who are we? We're founded in a little bit about us. We're founded in 1881, nearly 150 years of history to our name, and I think we're a world leader in education and research. We're proud to be associated with 9 Nobel Prize winners, alumni, including, of course, and I'm sure many of you know, Hargobind Khurana, who studied his PhD in organic chemistry at the University of Liverpool in the 1940s, before going on to share the 1968 Nobel Prize in Physiology and Medicine, and its function in protein synthesis. Very proud of having trained a Nobel laureate from India. We are rising quickly through all major national and international university rankings, and we will be a top 100 QS university, we hope, by 2031. And in my time, in the last 2 years since I've been at the university, we've gone from QS 190 to 143, and we're on our track. And in terms of teaching, we are gold in the UK's Teaching Excellence Framework and gold in the Times Higher Education Online Learning World Rankings, both the highest possible level of awards. We are recognized for our research. I gave you a couple of examples earlier, but there are many, many more. From making, I didn't know this until I arrived at Liverpool, we made the world's first public radio transmission in 1894, to our world-leading research today in areas such as therapeutic innovation, infection resilience, and the use of AI to develop solutions for major challenges. And this is backed by assessment of our research capabilities, where 91% of our research has been found independently to be world leading. And we are a truly a global university. We have currently over 200 international collaborators working from over 50 countries in our research programs. And we're proud to have a global alumni of over 270,000 in 171 countries. And we do have a track record of transnational education. You may have heard of Jian Jiaotong Liverpool University, which by any measure is the most successful international joint venture university in the world. And this was founded nearly 20 years ago and currently has 27,000 students. But the University of Liverpool in Bangalore will be an exciting first for us, our first campus in India, where we will build on our international experience to deliver authentic University of Liverpool experience. And I've said we will have, of course, local variations. And we're excited that we'll soon have a base in one of the world's fastest growing knowledge economies, and we're committed to playing our part, developing important, fundamental, applied and industry-driven research in our India campus. And, you know, we've already building on strong links in India, and let me mention a few of those because I'm very proud of these. Over 20 years ago, we started a research partnership with the National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences in Bangalore, and it's a real source of pride because colleagues from Liverpool have worked jointly through this partnership and informed the World Health Organization vaccine guidelines for Japanese encephalitis. I can never say that word, encephalitis, saving more than 200,000 lives. And for me, this is the perfect illustration of the power of international collaborations. We have many other important partnerships in India, including the Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore and companies such as Hindustan Unilever, which will be 15 minutes away from our campus. We have Hindustan Unilever is Unilever, which was founded in Liverpool over 100 years ago. We have partnerships here in Delhi in the Center for Disaster Resilience and Infrastructure and the prestigious All India Institute for Medical Sciences, where I was delighted to help broker a partnership where we will be working together on a major new initiative to tackle head and neck cancer, which are major issues both in India and in Europe, in parts of Europe, through inequalities in health. And we have much further to go. In May, at our announcement event, we signed MOUs with the Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, with AstraZeneca, with UECAN, the foundation, with Dream11, Wipro and Axis Bank, and there will be many more to follow. And we're excited by the education offer we'll be providing our students in India. And in addition to all of these, our industry-aligned curriculum, we'll be offering students important opportunities to engage with employers, to undertake placements, internships and work-based projects, and to engage with and contribute to live research, to study abroad, to develop entrepreneurial skills, and to receive support in launching businesses, and much, much more. All this to maximize their employability, ensure that they have the skills they need to thrive, to lead, to act as the change makers in an AI-enabled world. So, on that note, I'd like to finish and say thank you for your time to listening to me today, and I'm looking forward to having discussions with you over coffee, and the breaks are coming. Thank you very much.